challenge already put in for next month. So it's going to be interesting. Stay tuned. So now I am going to go into haul. I think that's everything that I have there. So the week between Christmas and New Year's, I traveled um, to South Carolina to be with my extended family. We are all in the same bubble, and so we went. They were already there, and I went down with them, or I went down um, to visit and to relax and to, you know, woosah a little bit. And while I was there, we were in South Carolina. I made the 2 hour trek over to Fire Poppies. It was Miss Susan is so wonderful, and it was very nice. We masked up. She has fabric galore all over. She has a very wonderful big screen TV, chairs, Lowry stands where stitchers come in and stitch. It was a really nice experience. I was only there for like 30 minutes because we went at the end of the day. So I had a good time there, and I did pick up a couple of charts, of course. So because I was at the beach, I got I Love You to the Beach and Back by Needle Bling Designs. I found a chart by Beth Twist Heartstring Samplery, and it's called The Coffee Drinker's Confession. And Lord knows I need this because I drink a lot of coffee. And then because it was at the beach, she had this modernist, sorry, little beach huts. And the house that we were staying at, they actually had, it was a picture, but it looked similar to this. So I thought that would be really great to stitch this and have it also in my home. One of these days, my plan is to have a beach house. So we'll see. Um, and I'm not sure if most of you know this or not, but this past weekend, last weekend, sorry, would have been my retreat. Keepsakes does a retreat in January, and it's called Stitch Away. I attended my first retreat in 2020. It was right before the pandemic hit. And so because we couldn't go to Stitch Away, they actually still had the trunk show at Keepsakes. So I went down so that I could see what was at the trunk show, and I picked up a few goodies. So the very first Stitch Away, I can't. Kara Sand, that's her name, is a designer, and she designed these charts. Now I have number one. So because this would have been my second Stitch Away, I picked up number two, and I need to get started stitching these because again, butterflies. And then I found an ink circles chart that I had to get, and I'm going to explain this a little more. I want to learn 2/2 stitching, and although this looks really big, I decided that this was going to be my trial, maybe into 2/2 stitching, because it only has one color. And so I thought, oh, that would be perfect. So I don't have any immediate plans to stitch this right away, but it's really cute. It says "My Dear," And then, I don't know why this one, or, it says TL or, and then this one says O. So they all have little cute sayings on them. And they're relatively small. So, oh dear me, oh dear. That's what it says on the back, but I can't show y'all because of the chart. And then these actually were from the trunk show. This is an Amy Bruecken design. And again, it's all about the snowman. And then Heart in Hand has a snowman, so I had to pick it up also. And he's called Peabody. And then I have been watching Caroline Off the Grid Needle Arts. She has been stitching a Blooming Bouquet by Jeanette Douglas. And so I picked up one that I really like also. And this is the poinsettia. It's called, the name of the chart is called Joyful. And it's by Jeanette Douglas. And this chart is very interesting in it has two different colorways that are similar, but one is more muted and one is more bright. So it'll be interesting because I'm going to do the bright version of it, which is actually this colorway. And I'm sorry about the glare. I have a dog, and so I leave stuff in plastic and put it in plastic, and so that I don't have to worry about dog hair all over everything. This actually was not, okay, let me go to this first. So I have been wanting to stitch the Glitter Village, and Fat Quarter Shop had an awesome sale on the whole 9 charts. So I got all the 9 charts. And then I went to Keepsakes and was talking it over to try to find a nice fabric to put them on. And so this is 18 count raw opal Ada. And they are all going to fit on here because I'm going to do them on 18 count. What I am thinking of doing, and I'm not sure now that I can do it since I've already got the fabric cut to size. I had thought about doing 3 and 3 and 3, but cutting them apart. So only having 3 pieces put together and displaying them that way. But I'm not sure that I can do that since I had them go ahead and cut and serge the fabric. But it is really pretty. It is not, it's got some body to it. It's a little stiff, so it's going to hold its weight, but it's not crunchy or overly stiff. So it'll be really pretty. And it's a nice neutral. So all of the called for colors will look great on here. I'm not going to change any of the colors of the glitter house. I'm going to stitch them as they are. I am also in the Fabric of the Month Club by Fortnite Fabrics. And these are the fabrics of the month. And I believe they're actually the fabrics for January. If not, then they're for December. And this is called Christmas Cactus. And it has some really nice modeling on it. And I actually am glad I got this fabric because one of the charts that I want to start, that I have to start for BRRRINGO, is going on this fabric and I needed it. So I was waiting for the fabric to come in for that. And then this fabric is Nordica Black Truffle. And the green fabric, the Christmas Cactus fabric, is 16 count. The card for this fabric says that it's 14 count. I did change over to 16 count, so, but that is the modeling And isn't that just so pretty? So I'm very pleased still. I'm very pleased to still be in the club. I'm not making any changes to it. I'm going to just stay in it and stay with the colors that I have. Although Robin of Bird's Eye Stitcher is in the 50 Shades of Gray. And I love gray. Gray to me is the perfect neutral. And I'm like, man, I should wish I would have known about that club because I probably would have changed. But I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I am also put in an order. Um, like most people, I'm having retail therapy because I'm over being in the house and other things. So I put in an order to GaRon Stitchery, and I got another ink circles chart. And I'm going to stitch this just like it is. And I want to learn. I'm quick, fast, and in a hurry. I want to learn the 2/2 because I have a piece of fabric that's already like this. And so all I would have to do is just start stitching on it. So I just need to learn the 2/2. I have been looking for these charts for a long time. And they are older charts. This is a Nora Corbett, and the letter is K. And I will be doing a conversion on her very heavily. And I got the letter M, which the K is for Kelly. It's not going to be Kelly once I get done with her, though. She'll be Candy. And then the M says for Madeline. I am actually going to stitch this as a birthday present for my best friend. So she will be heavily converted also. And I am going to beg, plead Gary to help me with the color conversion at GaRon Stitchery. They are part of this. He is part of the Sunshine Stitchers. I'm sure you all know that. And he does wonderful colors. And so I am going to see if either he or Miss Susan will help me convert this chart. My best friend is in a sorority, and I want to change that fairy letter over to her sorority colors, and her skin color, her hair. I want to change the whole thing. And then my next purchase at GaRon, and I'm sorry for all the crinkling, but I'm being very careful. I purchased this. I waited to make sure to get the chart. I know that it was online and you could download it, but I wanted the chart. I purchased Harriet Tubman. And this is going to be my February 1st start for Black History Month. I will be stitching Harriet Tubman and the Martin Luther King sampler for the entire month. I'm not sure that I'll get them finished in that month, but that's what I'll be stitching on. And I will be stitching Miss Tubman on Drydad's Fiddle. I think this is part of the mushrooms, but this is the fabric, and it is from Fortnite Fabrics. And the bulk of the chart calls for DMC. It does have one Gentle Arts thread that I picked up from Keepsakes, and it is toasted barley. And also, I am going to make one other adjustment for her scarf. It looks very bright here, and I am changing that to 712, DMC 712. I am also, this chart also calls for chronic, and I'm not going to use the chronic. I am going to find a thread that will do the same thing. I have tried the chronic. So I'm going to see if I can find another thread that will do. I'm not even sure where in there the chronic, in the chart where the chronic goes, but I've heard, and I am not doing it. So I have wonderful friends, and this is on my BRRRINGO board. So I have, I was gifted a whole spool of sulky thread. I was gifted the gold chronic, which I'm going to have to use because it came with the kit. Someone kitted this up for me. All of the threads. It came with this beautiful opalescent fabric. And somewhere in this bag, and my camera is really not doing justice to this fabric. I mean, it is beautiful. The name of the fabric is Picture This Plus 14 count crystal whimsy. That's the name of the fabric, and it has, I mean, it is sparkly, it is modeled, it is everything. It is everything. I am literally, when I got this, it came in the mail, and I cried and cried when I got this. And so I also received 2 charts. This was a Christmas gift. And the first chart was the chart that the fabrics and the fabric and the threads go with is Shannon Christine's Winter Snowfall. And of course, my colorway will be purples, and that'll be my colorway. Sorry, I lost my whole looking at this. And so I got the whole, it was kitted up for me and sent to me. And I will, in the description box below, I'm not really sure what the site was that this came from, but I'm sure it's probably in the chart, so I'll put it up there. And then I also got, it's called Snowflakes, and it's Irina Koplechik. Sounds Russian, but, and so it's a little jar with with snowflakes in it. Snowflakes, butterflies, turtles. That's what I like. And so thank you so very much. You know who you are, and you know what you mean to me. I really appreciate it. So this project is actually on my WIPCO board, and it was number 18. And of course, it's not been started yet, but it will be started. I wanted to show it. I wanted to show the kit and give proper thanks. And I'll be starting that soon. It will, it'll probably run the gamut of the year. So, and then I also, for my birthday, received a half of a planet. And me and this special person share a half of a planet because we love each other so much. So again, thank you so very much. And so I went down to Cincinnati for the I lost it, for the trunk show, and my stitchy buddy Lynn X Stitch, I went to her house like I always do, and I was sitting there, and we share birthday month. She just had her birthday yesterday on Friday, and my birthday is earlier in the month on the 4th, and she made me this awesome project bag. Now my um, it's going to be kind of difficult. So the inside of my bag is purple, and she made herself the same bag, but the inside of her bag is blue. And so it was so wonderful. She has a very great quality of bag. It's a nice big bag. She does a special cover button out of the fabric for these bags. It's great construction, everything. Thank you so much, Miss Lynn. And then she heard me talking about these beautiful little stockings, and she purchased this chart for me to have in my bag also, because it's January. These are all the January stockings. And so now I'm going to have to get me a little stocking tree for next year. Thank you so very much again, Lynn. We had a wonderful time because I am in Columbus without stitchy people here. Not that I would probably even get to go see them now because of everything that's going on. Um, but to meet such wonderful people that just take you in like you've been part of the group the whole entire time. It has been a wonderful experience to meet all of them, to spend time with them, to laugh with them, to moan and groan and complain with them. They are all a great group of women, and we have a great community. Cross stitching, I would have never thought that I would be speaking to women in Australia or California or Oregon or all over the world um, by a hobby that I love. And it's very refreshing to know other people and to have something so much in common. Um, I have quilting friends, and it's been very different because of what's going on in the world now. And even we all commiserate and hype each other up in our Facebook group. And my best friend is a quilter, so when I need to hash things over with her, I can call her. It is just wonderful to be in, to have these type of hobbies and to know people basically all over the world, and to feel like you are really friends with them. It does your heart good to get on Facebook or to get on Instagram and see something and have something in common with someone else. And for that, I am truly grateful and thankful to be a part of both the cross stitch community and the quilting community. I thank you so very much for the time that you have spent with me. I hope that you all are doing well and staying safe. If you have to go out, please wear your mask. The numbers just keep climbing and keep climbing and keep climbing. Um, and we will never get out of this if we don't start making the first step. Um, So if you have to go out, wear your mask, wash your hands, um, do everything that you can, not only to protect you, but to protect the world. I thank you for your time again, and I will see you next week. Bye.